Yay. Hello.
Hi, how's it going, Sarah?
Pretty good. That's a lie. I feel like shit, but it's going okay. I get this migraine once a month when I start my period, and today's the day.
Oh. Yep, I
But
went to Walmart and I brought every gluten-free, soy-free, brownie flavored thing that they had.
I just ate, that's so funny. I just had a big cinnamon roll, and I'm not usually like a big, like, huge pastry sugary person, but like I get like shaky, and I feel like that's probably gonna help do the trick. So, one of these. Yeah. Kelly, happy St. Patrick's Day.
Hello, happy St. Patrick's Day.
Yay. This is like, that's my sister-in-law, by the way, Audra. She is the most Irish person I know.
Nice to meet you, Kelly. I have a red head. Everyone forgot to wear green, but I have a red head, so
Oh,
all good.
yay.
I didn't forget. Hey.
Redhead trumps wearing green.
That's like an automatic free pass.
Yes, yes, yes.
Kelly, where is your green? Speaking of. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
I remember one time when I was a kid, I had these orange like polyester bell-bottom pants. They were hideous, but I loved them. And I came down with them on St. Patrick's Day, and my dad yelled at me and made me go change. Don't you wear orange in this house on St. Patrick's Day?
What?
Okay.
Hold on.
Well,
What's wrong with orange?
Orange is the color of Protestants. On the Irish flag, it's green, white, and orange. And so green is Catholic, orange is Protestant, and white is the peace between the two, the hope for peace between the two. And at the time, the troubles were, really huge then back in the 70s when we were wearing bell bottoms. But yeah, the troubles were really big. So it was very, Protestant Catholic like this. So yeah,
Oh my gosh.
made me go change. I'll never forget it.
Oh my gosh. That surprises me about your dad.
I know.
It's not surprising that you had orange bell bottoms at all.
No, that part is not surprising at all. I wore it to my softball game.
I would wear those everywhere if I had those.
Yeah. Oh, they were amazing.
I had a pair of like bright neon green pants for a while that I scored at like H&M on their, which is already cheap, but they were on this clearance rack. I think they were like $4 or something.
Nice.
And they fit perfectly, I'm sure, because no one else fit into these long, like awkward, lengthy, I wore them every St. Patrick's Day, like Christmas. I was so happy. I wore them on a walk around our neighborhood St. Patrick's Day, and this creepy old man was like, well, I guess I can't pinch you in those, can I? I just didn't even say anything, but I still wore them. I was so excited. And then they got a freaking hole in the knee, and I was so bummed. But anyway.
How funny.
I'd rock those orange bell bottoms for sure. Laura, I love your green. Yeah. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Sorry, I have to eat lunch. I just got back from the grocery store.
No apologies needed. You do what you need to do. Let's just get started, shall we? Okay. Anastasia went somewhere, but I'm
back.
Okay. Yay. We've been having like more intimate, smaller groups. I know everyone is so busy lately. And Brian Hudd, is this my brother or is this Maggie?
It is. It's Brian. He took the day off from work. Yeah.
I feel so honored. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna put him on the spot for sure. If he would turn his camera on. This is so exciting. He's not the first guy to attend one of these. My other brother Luke was, I think. But this is still very exciting. Hi, brother. Hi, Brian.
Hi. Camera's not going on because I'm driving and stuff.
Okay, fine.
Yes. Not yet,
Alrighty.
at least. What's happening?
He's still good looking.
He is. Very handsome guy. There you are. Hi, Marianne.
Hi, Sarah. Hi, everybody.
Hey.
Sorry, I'm a little late getting my tea together over here. But
Oh,
nice
that's
to
all
see
good.
you all. Yeah.
Brian, not you. You don't have to do this, but everyone else, put in the chat. I would love to hear what brought you the most joy this week. I want today to be about joy because God knows there's a lot of reasons in the world to feel otherwise, but I just want to have this be a happy distraction for an hour. So tell me in the chat what brought you, something that brought you just a big amount of joy this week. While you're typing, because I got the floor, I'm going to say I sold my first overseas order. I had a couple overseas orders this week since we launched our collaboration. I have like a cluster of people now in the UK, London. I'm very excited about it. And I shipped a wholesale order to Singapore, which was really exciting.
Awesome.
Oh,
That's so
That's very
exciting.
exciting. Congratulations.
Thanks. And printables have been doing well. So I'm going to keep working on bringing those to the rest of the cards too. Yes, I'm so glad that spring is right around the corner, you guys. I'm like seeing the cherry blossoms and I'm just like, oh,
You
please,
went blossoms?
sun,
Oh my gosh.
warm weather, please.
Wow.
Laura, I got 2 new clients. That's awesome. Whoop. Congrats. I think all of us celebrate, do all of it, just throw your hand up. Do you celebrate St. Patrick's Day? How many of us celebrate St. I know, yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it would be cool if Kelly, who I said this before, she's probably the most Irish person I know. Like, she's got the most Irish pride of anyone I know, and she just so happens to be my sister-in-law. I just thought it would be neat if Kelly kicked us off today with an Irish blessing.
and that's what's bringing me joy this week. Okay, you ready?
Yes.
May your cardstock rise to meet you, and your pen be full of ink. May the words you write come from your heart and sound better than you think. May your stack of cards be finally used, and your stamps be the forever kind. May you deliver something truly special, because the prompts were well defined. May you touch the heart of a friend with a love fest that's rapid fire. May you change the day for a stranger, or with your words simply inspire. But most of all, may you feel blessed that you can convey your regards by logging on just once a month and sending the damn cards.
Oh my gosh. Kelly, I thought
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
That was amazing, Kelly.
That was so good. I thought you were just going to share your favorite Irish blessing that has already been written, like, and shared hundreds of years now. I didn't know you were going to write your own. Are you kidding?
Of course.
Oh my gosh. Okay, and that's
That
all
was
for today.
amazing.
Thanks for joining. Have a great day. I can't ever top that. There's no way. That
You're so funny.
you're going to have to send that to me.
I
please.
will. I will.
Oh,
Absolutely.
Thank you.
That
Thank
should
you.
be a
welcome.
card or a postcard.
Yeah. I know, seriously. I
thank
want to
you
have
for
that as
doing
like an insert for everything, every order, like everything.
Well,
Oh my
this
gosh,
is such
okay.
a blessing to be on here.
I so appreciate that. Thank you. Hopefully you didn't
You-
spend too much time on it, but my God, sounds like
Oh,
you
you
that was
know,
so
I
good.
just put these things up.
You do. You really do. Okay. This is just awesome. So today, I just want to keep the fun spirit of St. Patrick's Day going, and I want this to be a little bit of a celebration, and I want us to just find simple joys. And what better way to do that than to write cards, right? And spread the love. So I was trying to think of what our prompts would be this week, and my daughter inspired me big time because she's so sweet, Kelly, Brian, as you know, but she's just the sweetest, and she's always drawing little things for us, for Ryan and me, her dad, and I know we're always so busy as parents, but I kind of feel bad. I rarely like sit down and write one to her back. Like we'll draw together, but I rarely like, you know, I will draw something with her and for her, but every time I give her a little something, she just is like floored, and she carries it around with her. And it's just the sweetest thing. And I thought, let's do that. Like, of course, I also thought of my mom. She used to just put little notes inside of our lunch. And it could have been a napkin with a heart drawn on it, just simple little things like that. And I thought of that because Hudson took her, I just wrote, we did a painting day and painted a bunch of hearts, and I cut up the sheet into little cards like this. And I wrote her a little note this morning because I saw how much of an impact that had, my card had on her earlier this week. And she was like, "Oh, thank you, Mom. Thank you so much." And she brought it with her to school today. So I want us to start our Rapid Fire Love Fest. Usually we check in with ourselves, right? I want us to write a little love note. It can be a lunch note. It can be something you put on your fridge, something you leave on your desk. I just want you to write a little love note to yourself as our Rapid Fire Love Fest. Just something that you need to hear, something that would feel good. We'll just take a minute or two. And I'm going to put you guys more on the spot. We've been a quiet group the past couple months, past couple workshops, and I would love for you guys to share a little bit more because I know it just feels good. Kelly, I can't get over your Irish blessing. That was just amazing.
I'm so glad you liked it.
Oh my God, that was so good. I'm already done with mine. I'll go ahead and share if you guys keep writing. I just wrote the first thing that came to mind on the back of one of these little hearts. You're doing better than you think. Keep going. I've been in my head a lot lately. Oh, that also, I have in case you didn't see in like one of the several emails I sent out, later today at 3 o'clock my time, so maybe 5, 6 o'clock for you guys. I'm doing an Instagram live with Jessica Ulrich, the author and the poet that I partnered up with. And we're going to talk about our Welcome to Motherhood pack and all the new cards that we did together. And it's just going to be like 10 or 15 minutes. So I would love for you guys to join in and get to know her a little bit, because she's going to be our next like super extra special guest in our next pop-up workshop, like the quarterly pop-ups that we're going to have. Yeah, and that's going to be on the 31st. So mark your calendars for that, or just go into our community page and go to that event, add it to your calendar. But it's gonna be really great. Spoiler, we're gonna write some cards to moms because she's the queen of what to say to moms. So does anyone else want to share what you guys wrote for your little Rapid Fire Love Fest to yourself?
I have mine.
Yeah.
Audra, you are doing great. Everything is happening just as it should, and the universe is on your side. I love you.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yes. Did you guys see that Audra ran a 14-day challenge last 2 weeks, creating art every day? I was one of the lurkers in the background. I didn't post anything, but it was
So glad you came.
It was
Thank
awesome.
you so much, Sarah.
Yeah, you did great. Okay. Anyone else want to share?
Sarah, I'll share, and then I've got to head to my class.
That's right. Okay.
But mine says, Kelly, you can do this. You are God's creation, and he has made you for this moment. Focus on him, and you cannot fail.
Oh, that was awesome.
Right.
Oh, so good.
Thank you for today. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. Love
Happy
you.
St. Patrick's Day. Love you too, Kel.
Bye.
Bye. Oh my gosh, that was amazing. You guys are just so talented.
I'll share.
Yeah.
Lara, you are a gift, and I am proud of your courage and strength. Keep up the great work. I stole that from you.
I love that. Oh man, we're so nice to ourselves. We're much nicer to ourselves when we write it down, right?
Yeah. Will you say again what time your live is today?
3 o'clock Pacific.
6 o'clock.
No, I have not been on my game mentally this week for whatever reason. And I planned all this stuff so far in advance with her, just dates and times at least, that I didn't take into account the time change. So I had a typo in the email, and then I had a typo in the graphic, which I had to change the event in our community. It's just been like a mess trying to do the math for her because she's a day ahead.
Yeah.
And 21 hours ahead. So
What country is she in again?
New Zealand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I am so excited for you with the whole damn thing, and good for you. Congratulations, Sarah. It's really cool. Good for you.
I really appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, it's been
Yeah.
way more work than I anticipated, but it just feels so good knowing that these cards are like as I'm shipping them out, just knowing that they're going to be going to moms and making such a big impact on them. It feels so good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited. And I feel like every collaboration I do in the future has got to be easier, right? Especially if it's someone in the US. So yeah, I was just coaching her through the printer and getting stuff done. Like everything I've learned, I've tried to pass along to her so she could get set up, so it's been a lot of collaborating that way.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a lot of logistics, Sarah, but it
Yeah.
came together amazingly.
Thank you. Yeah, it feels really good. And now I've got a template. I've got my dates, like some type of timeline. I've got all the graphics that I know I need to create, like product images, product photos, social media, all that stuff, descriptions. So yeah, it was very fulfilling, very rewarding for sure. Okay, not here to talk about all that. I thought it would be cool to kind of keep I'm just going to call them lunch notes because that's what they remind me of. And if you guys want to put them onto postcards, or if you want to use up some cards in your stash, feel free, do whatever feels good. But I thought it might be really neat to do our next one to a kid. And I think we're all moms. Yep. When's the last time you guys wrote a little love note, a little lunch note, or a card to one of your kids? You think if we all have to kind of think about it, I think it's time we write one to our kids, right? And I thought a simple prompt could just be something like, today, like every other day. I thought today, like every other day, would be a great day to tell you I just love you. And then maybe I love everything about you, including. And I feel like that would be an easy way to set up like a list of things that you could just write off about what you love about them. I'll put that in the chat. So this could be a rapid fire love fest. It's not totally the prompt that I just gave you, but you can make it one. You could just say, I just love you and I love everything about you. Or you could make it more, of a longer card, a longer love note, and say what I just put. I'll put that in the chat though. I don't know about you guys, but I catch myself sometimes especially when she hands me a drawing that she's done, that's like, it's like she almost gives me the reason to tell her that I love her, or that, oh my gosh, this is so beautiful, and I could say that at any time, right? We could always say that at any time. And it probably means more when there isn't that prompt or that thing to kick it off. And so I've been trying to do that more lately, just saying as she's drawing something, I love watching you draw. I love that you make drawings for us. They really mean a lot. Um, just the unprompted love, I guess.
Sarah, because I have paintings everywhere in my house at this point, I made the entryway from our house like a gallery wall. I can show you. My house is a mess,
Yeah.
so don't look the rest of it. But you can see right here, it's just twine and can you see it?
Yeah.
So that's all the kids' artwork. So when they hand me that and I tell them I love you, you're such a great artist, I just hang their stuff directly up on the wall. But we're at the point now where something's going to have to be moved and come down. I didn't account for this when I put it up.
Oh my gosh, I'm the same way with our fridge. I like it gets covered, and I have the hardest time taking anything down. But I am like, with everything else, I'm very organized, very clean. I've got my systems. I have a folder. I thought I would have one folder per year, but it's like one folder for each, like however many months before I can't like get it into the file thing anymore of all her artwork. I can't part with it. It's just so, I just love it so much. And she inspires me because she's so free with it. Like she could draw people like little stick figures kind of if she wants, and flowers. Like I know she knows how to draw things, but she's so inspiring to me because she just doesn't think. She'll, however she's feeling, grab a marker, scribble. She'll do like a tornado, like a color tornado, we'll call it. And then she'll decorate it around with like little raindrops. It's just it's fun to watch. Yeah.
I've seen of a company that like scans the artwork and makes a book, but then I also think like, what happens to the artwork? Like I would still want to keep it too, but I think it would be cute to like make a photo book for every year, and then like she has that.
Yeah.
Rather than like but then I'm like, I can't imagine getting rid of the stack, so it's like hard because I would make it and still keep the stack.
But
I think it's such a cute idea though. Like, they scan it and it's every, artwork, every piece of artwork is a page. And I think that would be a fun way to, watch her childhood.
Yeah, that's a really great idea. I think I would feel the same way. I would have a hard time putting that in the mail and having any risk at all of it getting lost or something. And then I would think, this is how my crazy brain works. But just, I'm just going to scan these things, or at least take a picture.
I would do the same thing
of all of them.
right.
But then at that point, I'll just make my own damn book.
Yeah, I guess you could just do that, right?
Yeah. That's a good idea.
But they have the ones, I think even like, they probably have those like giant scanners with ones they go to school and they do like the glitter and the feathers and, all those things that are just like,
that's amazing.
Can't feed into a scanner.
Yeah, right. I found my college portfolio, and I have this like giant, this giant pad of paper that like,
love.
I've been having so much fun with it with her, because it's like, go to town, have at it. but now I'm like, oh, I don't know where I'm gonna put her creations. I can't like put that into the manila folder, you know. Anyway.
Oh yeah, that might be a scan and print kind of project.
Yeah. If you guys want to, I don't know that you need any more motivation around our little rapid fire love fest or our lunch notes, but I just had to share these. So my like I said, my mom used to put notes into our lunches, and I don't even know how she had the time to do that, because she would have like an assembly line basically of like PB&Js in the morning, just like peanut butter, you know, slap it together, put them in. 5 kids, brown sack lunches. There you go.
Wow.
And I feel like such an ass, because I know I was like, yes, in 3rd grade, I think she was still doing that. And I, you know, I'm like, oh, this is, I don't want anyone to see this. I don't want to be embarrassed. And I blame my brothers for making me that punk, but it still meant a lot to me. And I know it did. And I still think about it now that I'm doing little notes for my daughter. And my mom is still so great about that. She'll send up little care packages, and I've kept the notes from those. This is an index card. You know, I don't totally remember what was in the care package, but it's just a silly little thing. This one says, Sarah and Ryan, this year has certainly been the year of joy. I think this is when Hudson was born. And blessings, especially with the arrival of Hudson. Here's hoping the California lottery will be more of a payday than the Washington lottery was. Love you so much. We have a thing about scratch tickets. Every time we see each other, we get a whole bunch and we scratch them off together. So she sent them up. But I just love, it's my mom's handwriting. And then this was another one she put on top of another care package with fall goodies. And she always says, sure do love you. And that was the thing. She'd always make a heart out of the O's. And I'll have this forever probably. So it doesn't have to be anything crazy, you know?
No.
Yeah.
I have a story to share about this too.
Yeah.
You've just sparked my memory about it. So I have 3 girls, and my oldest has special needs. She's severely impaired. She's nonverbal. She's turning 21 in 2 days, and she's not toilet trained and all that. So it's pretty intense. And she goes to a special ed school for moderately to severely impaired kiddos. And gosh, this was years ago, probably her first year going there, when she was like 6 or 7 years old. My husband used to leave to write little notes in her lunchbox. Right. So obviously we would want her teacher to read it to her. And he would write one every single day when he made her lunch. And then on Father's Day, because they would always, you know, the kids at school make a Mother's Day and a Father's Day present. For Father's Day, they made him, the present that Taylor brought home for her daddy was, they had put all the notes from the whole year in a little book. They were just Post-it notes and little nothing, you know, just Dada loves you and stuff like that. But, and so now we have that book of all the notes that he wrote her. It's so sweet.
Oh my gosh, that put a lump in my throat. That's so
The
sweet.
teachers saved them all year for, it was really cool.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh. Your family is
Wow.
just so awesome. Oh, that gave me chills. That got me a little
That's
misty-eyed.
amazing.
Oh, you never know,
Wow.
like these little things, right? They seem so little, but they're not. This is life. Deb, hi. I'm so glad that you joined us. We're just doing oh, your pepper's so cute. We're just doing some rapid fire love fests, or not. They can be more lengthy, but like lunch notes, you know, to our loved ones, to our kiddos, to your bonus kiddos if you want. We're just sharing stories about, you know, maybe like Laura's husband putting notes into his daughter's lunches every day, and how that's just such a cool story. And how my mom used to do the same for us, and how now I'm seeing my daughter light up when I give her a little note. And it's just last couple ones have been this big, like just a tiny little thing, you know? So that's kind of our rapid fire love fest motivation today.
Thank you. I'm so sorry I'm late. Anyway, it's too long of a story, but I'm here.
No worries.
I might just be off camera though, so I'm not distracting.
No worries. All right, well, let's keep this moving along. I kind of want to stick with this theme of doing lunch notes today. But I also, as like our main prompt for the day, I hinted at this. I think it'd be really neat to do cards to a sibling of ours. How many do we all have a sibling? Hand up if you have a sibling.
Yeah.
I've got a few. Yeah. Audra, Laura, do you have a sibling? Okay. You have multiple kids. You could write another card to another one of your kids, or it could be to, okay, cousin. I know you also like kind of have to now that you've done one. I know I have an easy pass at that because I have an only child. So I'm like, check. Yep. So I'll make it, your call if you want to do to another one of your kids or to a sibling, if you guys have a sibling, or maybe a cousin, maybe an aunt or an uncle. But I think someone in your family, we'll just say. And the reason I thought to do this was because the other day, my sister-in-law sent me this text, and it was a picture. She must have been cleaning out their closet, my brother's closet. My brother is, how much older is he? I don't know. He's probably like 10 years older than me. And it was this picture of a birthday card I got for him. I must have been like 19. And it was so cheesy. It was something on the front, like, I couldn't decide between getting you the card with the babe, it was all the things that like dudes are really apparently into, it was just awful. And then the inside opened up and it was like, oh, so I compromised on all three, and it's this mashup person. It's so stupid. And I had written on the inside, like, sorry this is late, but this card was too good. I could not get it for you. As you would say, happy birthday. I love you, jerk. This is like an inside thing. We call each other jerk. But he kept that card, and I was shocked. Like, my brother kept that card all these years. What? That's number one. Number two, I can't believe I used to get cards on my own to give to my siblings. What? And so we had a laugh about it. It's like, she's like, oh, foreshadowing, and into what you're doing now. And I just thought, I should do that again. I should write a card to my siblings. Why not? I'm not going to expect it now. We all get it. We're all parents. We're busy, but
right.
Yeah, let's do a card to, someone in your family that might be, least expecting it. So, because maybe they'll keep it. Maybe it'll be a terrible card. Maybe it'll be the ugliest card in your stash, but maybe they'll keep it.
I'll just say, if I can, that so I have 6 siblings, and they are forever floored when I send them a card. And I've sent them a lot over the years, but especially since 2020 and everything, I was just like, I just started writing everybody again, and like way more regularly. And they still, like 2 years later, they're still like, what? And I always get a text, oh my gosh, that's so sweet. I don't get cards from them other than like my birthday, really.
Yeah.
Which is nice, but I'm just saying, everybody's busy. Still, it's surprising. It's nice. They still really appreciate it. It's amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, it's just my family. They're just weird that way.
When you're all saying this, I'm thinking, obviously we're in this community, so we have a different take on it. But I also think, like, how can anyone ever throw away a card? Because like, I can't. But I also know that people don't. And I remember when I was, doing my wedding invitations, all of my friends were like, people just throw it in the trash. And I was like, who throws wedding invitations in the trash? But I know I have kept wedding invitations from every single wedding we've gone to. And I'm like, okay, this can't be the normal thing that people do. But I also am like, how can anybody throw this away?
Oh my gosh.
But I guess people do. But I think that it's just like, it's funny because we're here and we're the people who are not throwing those things away.
Right. we will have, bins and bins.
Bins. I have bins.
Invitations,
I have to
cards.
do something with these things.
Gosh, yeah. I designed our own wedding invitations, and I was
Awesome.
like, we were on such a budget, and I didn't have much experience in design yet, but I loved our invitations. I didn't get enough, bless you, Laura, I didn't get enough printed to have a complete set after. So I have like the response card from someone that they wrote on. I have like a makeshift set, so I remember,
no.
but I don't have any more of like the same paper. But I freaking loved our invitations. Like, I don't know, they're still like, which is rare to say as like a former graphic designer. Usually you're like most critical of your own stuff, but they felt like us, and I just loved them. But yeah, I don't even have a whole set. Hopefully someone is like you and they've saved it, and then
They have it.
We'll trade you. Okay, I'm gonna stop gabbing here and give you guys, let's take about 10 more minutes of quiet time. Do you guys want some music on?
Sure.
Yeah, okay. Okay, perfect. About 3 songs. Mm. Tell me if you guys can hear it okay. Yeah? Okay. About 5 more minutes. I hope the audio was okay for you guys. Can you hear me? Okay. My computer sounds like it's about to take off like a rocket. How are you doing? How many cards did you guys just get done? Nice. Mara, way to go. Go ahead, Marianne.
Yeah, thanks. I'm planning to drive out to Ohio. I live in Massachusetts, and I'm planning to drive out to Ohio with my daughter, who's 24, so we can catch up and whatever. And we're going out the end of the month. We're going to take a couple days to get there. And I recently made a few calls to my siblings. Most of them live there in Ohio, different places around sort of Columbus, and I have a sister that lives in Australia. But I just was letting them know that I'm coming. And it's so funny. They were just really caught off guard. I go out there a lot. I haven't been out there in the last couple of years, but I was going out at least once a year, sometimes more than once. So I wanted to just send everybody a note. I told them I'd put us all together in a text once I'd kind of touch base by phone. But now I'm thinking I'm just going to send cards, because I came across a note that I wrote. I think I found it somewhere. It wasn't my own thing. It just says, the world isn't changed by people who sort of care. And I was like, I have to just let them know that, that this isn't just like some flyby thing. Like, it matters to me to go see them. And anyway, it's my stepmother's birthday while we're out there. I usually just say it's my dad's wife's birthday. It sounds really cold. My mom died like 30 years ago, and Ruth didn't really raise us, but she's super sweet, and I've never celebrated her for her birthday. So I was like, we're going to celebrate Ruth while we're out there. So I kind of wrote a template card that I can personalize even more as we get there. So I was really trying to find, just trying to hone in on what I really wanted to say to them. And, they are all so busy. I'm the eldest of, the seven, and it's
I was
just
going to ask, are you
crazy.
the oldest? Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, it's so that's what I did. I don't know. That thinking about that note, that little blurb that I found, that kind of got me going. And I thought, oh, do you want me to? I can share what I wrote. It might
If you
be
feel
weird
comfortable,
sounding because it's
yeah.
because it's personal, but it, I just wanted to. So whoever, it's just like, I wanted to quickly touch base to let you know how excited I am to come out to Ohio and spend time with you. Growing up, I don't think I really deeply considered the influence being your sibling would have on me. And here I'm going to cry. Oh my goodness. And here I am with my own three, almost all grown up. And I've had to realize again just how powerful actually making a family is. And whew, miss you, love you, and lots to celebrate. Looking forward to catching up and celebrating Ruth as well on the 6th. That's basically it.
Gosh.
Yeah.
So well done, Mary Ann. That was so great. You clearly care. You embody that quote that you started off with, I think. And
Yeah.
they're so fortunate to have you. I know you weren't fishing for any of what I'm going to say, but they're so fortunate to have you, because I think of, how lucky I am to have all my siblings are older. I'm the baby of the family. And so I so appreciate, I wrote a card to my sister, Kim. She's the oldest, and she's always calling and checking in early in the morning on her way to work. Half the time I'm like in the shower, or I'm like, I have my phone still on mute from the night before and I forget, but she's always calling, and she cares, and she's got so much going on. So I think the world of her, whether I tell her as often as I should or not, and I know I don't, and that's part of why I wrote her a card. It's what you're doing for your family is so awesome and so important. You're the glue. You are the glue.
Well,
Yeah.
thanks. That's nice to hear. It's just going to be nice to see everybody. And I feel like I really need hugs from them, after all this time, and we're so far apart. It's nice to, get together on Zoom and stuff and see each other that way, but it'll be great to be there and spending time. I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah.
Yeah. I have to share with you guys too that my mom was here a couple weeks ago, about a week and a half ago. She had to get her fix, had to get her granddaughter fix. It was just so nice having her. And it was the first time I got to sit and talk with her, like just us in, I don't even know how long. Cause every time I go down there to California, it's so busy, it's like a reunion, it's nutty. And it was such a gift to me. And we got to talking about just her siblings, my aunts and uncles. She's one of 5. And I'll just give you this little tidbit. Her brother was previously married to my aunt who passed away. And then, very long story short, he ended up remarrying to my mom's best friend of like 50 years or something crazy like that. And so we were just talking about that, and something funny that her name's Helen, that Helen was doing. And I was like, what do you think your brother would have thought of this? Because my Uncle Mike passed away a few years ago, suddenly. And she's like, I just picture him smiling and just kind of, giving him a big hug anyway, and just saying it's all right, like, and, but we got to talking about him and the last time she saw him and how it was just so sudden, and how, of course, you don't have the chance to say all the things that you would have loved to say. And, it's just, I feel like I say this each workshop now, but it's just, everything is so fragile, right? Everything is so fragile. And I hope it doesn't take something like losing someone to realize that. But Mary, I think you're doing such a great thing, because whether they realize it or not, it's exactly the thing to do. It's exactly the thing to lean in closer to your family and let them know that they matter so much to you, and to bring them together like that. Because I don't know them, but who knows if they would do this on their own, if they would, bring you guys all together and celebrate your stepmom. So way to go. I just think that's huge. Yeah. Well, I ended up getting started on, just got a stack of postcards out. Oh, and I want to remind you guys, the discount of the month is I'll add a pack of postcards to your order over $30. But that expires at the end of the month. So get on it if you need cards. I just grabbed a stack of my Tina cards, my go-tos, and I started cards to each of my siblings. And I want to thank you, because you guys inspired that for me today. They're just silly little things. Like my brother Luke, the one that saved that card. We joke a lot. We're probably the most sarcastic ones in the family. So I just started that off with, I know how much you love Tina Turner, so that's all. Hey, brother, just wanted to tell you I love you, and I think you're a really awesome dad and a super fun / funny brother. Love you, dude. We always say dude because he can't just bring himself to say I love you, so I poke fun at him for that. There's always a dude. Sarah, that's all I wrote. But that felt really good to write these. So, does anyone else feel like sharing before we?
Yeah, I just want to quickly say, even though I was late, I was like, oh, maybe I should like come in a little bit, whatever. Anyway, but I'm so glad I did, because I've had this really ugly card for a long time. It's from PETA.
That is so creepy.
Organizations like send you cards.
Wait, did you say that's from PETA?
Yep. This guy's a Langer, don't you know? There's a little whole description about him on, but anyway, so like I've had this card for years. Like, who am I going to send that to? Saying, thinking of you, right? Anyways, so I'm like, this is perfect. I'm going to send this to my brother, right? So that's perfect. But then also, as I started to write, I was like, oh, I'm just going to say like, hey, I hope you're having a good day or whatever. And then as I started to write, I was like, I was just talking about you yesterday with so-and-so about the, when we were kids, we used to blah, blah, like before he got married, we went and lay on the dock and we slept out in our sleeping bags one night overnight because we knew it was the last time we were probably ever going to be able to do that. And then I was telling somebody else about a week prior to that about how we used to go as kids over to an island and like spend the island over there with like when we were up at the cottage or whatever. So, it was like, wow, I've been talking about him a lot, like sharing childhood memories with other people. And I never thought to tell him that, right? So thank you, because I'm going to use this ugly card, first of all, but also I'm going to tell him like, I've been thinking of you and, remind him of our good memories. So thanks for letting me come in late.
Yay. Well, good on you for coming in anyway. I mean, that's on you. So, that's so awesome. That card, you have to share his response to that. I'll be dying to know what he thinks. That's hilarious.
That's the best. That is the best card. I love that. For your brother, I don't know him. I don't know you, but I just think that is hilarious. It's just making my day right now.
Like,
it's really great.
Okay, either they started with that photo first and thought to put, of all things, thinking of you.
Thank you in the creepiest way possible.
I mean, why not like, oh man, this is hard. Sorry, you're going through that. Or like, or they thought of thinking of you and then thought that photo of all things would go with that. Oh my God.
I mean, for all I know, they have like a list of animals they're trying to promote. And so they just like, slap a saying on the front of it and hope for the best. I don't know.
Shocker that you've saved that, not knowing what to do with it.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
Well, see, we're the people who never throw cards away.
Totally.
And he's on the envelope. I just saw he's on the envelope.
Oh my God.
So all the postal people are going to get to see him too. Oh my God.
That's so great. Oh, Kelly was on earlier, my sister-in-law, but I did want to remind you guys of her tip. She's the one that thought of it. Of if you have a card that is like a photo card, you can always cut the front of it off if nothing's written on the back side of it. Usually we only write on the right side, on the inside of the card, right? You can cut the front of it off and reuse it as a postcard. I think that's brilliant.
I've done that many times.
Yeah, so good. I feel like there was one other thing. I noticed, by the way, this is totally random, but just want to get your quick feedback before we go. The gratitude journal printables, I just realized this week that I didn't upload the next 8 weeks. Are you guys using those, honestly?
I was, and I didn't download the last 1 or 2, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Same.
But are they helping?
I loved them in the beginning. I don't know what stopped. I think we got sick and then I like fell out of our rhythm.
Yeah.
But maybe like getting back into the rhythm might be good.
Okay.
Because I loved them in the beginning and then I stopped. We got off the wagon. But
would it be more helpful if I did a weekly reminder, or is that overwhelming?
I don't know.
Okay. We'll feel it out.
Maybe if it was like a monthly printable and then we just like had it on our desk. Weekly just seems like a lot. And for you to make weekly seems like a lot.
It makes no difference for how I make them.
Oh, okay.
And I can like schedule reminders through the app. I just was wondering for you guys what would make more sense. You can also update your preferences on notifications that come from the app. You can have it just do like a weekly digest, or it can be a daily thing, or it can be like as they come out, just so you guys know. There's always a link at the bottom of them that says update your preferences. So, okay, I'll play around with it, but either way, I'll keep that going. It's been great. I've loved doing mine each morning. Yeah, it's gotten me into like almost like a writing habit each morning, which is really nice. Okay, I just wanted to share last thing. I try to end this with a quote, and I really like this one that I found today. Mr. Rogers, I just always look him up when I need like some type of little, like a feel good. And yeah, with our theme of joy today. So it says, in easy times and tough times, what seems to matter most is the way we show those nearest us that we've been listening to their needs, to their joys, and to their challenges. And I just want that to be our reminder to really listen to those nearest to us. And if we can't hear anything, we ask them, how are you doing? What's going on? Yeah. Okay.
That's great.
All I got. So good to see your faces. You guys did a lot of good work today. Alrighty. Anything else? Alrighty.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you.
I love
Thank you
guys.
so much.
Of course.
That's
Hopefully
great.
we'll see you later at the live. If not, don't worry about it. But
Yes.
hopefully I'll see you. Okay.
So excited.
And on the
All right.
31st, pop-up workshop. Okay. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Have a good trip, Marianne.
Thanks.
Yeah.